All right. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm actually going to be looking at some info on the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. God, I don't remember the full name for it. Basically, the HD collection of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Now, you might have noticed I haven't really covered it much before. I've had maybe a community post, something like that. Very little, really. Nothing in the way of videos. Because they really haven't released anything yet. Now that's changed. We've actually got a trailer that they tweeted out. I'm going to play it. I'm going to shut up while it plays. And then I'm going to talk about a few other bits and things that they released as well.
Hello? I got a little job for you, pal.
They mess with me, they mess with the biggest boy in town!
I'm glad to see things back the way they used to be.
Well, that ought to put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh?
Oh, yeah! And if he's ratting us out, kill him. It's easy. Haven't you ever seen a movie?
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Shut up, Carl!
Oh, wrong one. So first things first, that's obviously much sharper and more detailed than the originals. Now, a lot of people who've only played GTA 5 and maybe GTA 4, they've got to be like, well, those are ugly, they're nowhere near. But I've been saying for a long time, don't expect GTA 5 graphics or anything like that. They have made it clear it's a remastered thing, not a full-on remake. For me, the bar was pretty low. All I wanted was for it to match the original, or preferably surpass it a bit. But honestly, just to match it, to be honest. And it's definitely done that. There's a lot more detail. It's a lot sharper. You can see there's one thing I'm not sure on is that it does look quite different. Now, this is kind of nitpicking, to be honest, because to make it look much better, it would have to look different, obviously. So, again, kind of nitpicking. For me, it definitely passes the bar that I had for it in regards to graphics. There's also some other stuff they tweeted out, little pictures of it. I'll go through these and the tweets that they had. See, now I couldn't see this so much on my tablet screen, but bringing it to a big screen that I'm looking at now, I can definitely see there's a lot more detail in this than there was in the original game. Again, the colors are quite different. I think that sort of light and bloom to the side really makes it look like a pretty different game, which I'm not sure how I feel on, but again, it's kind of nitpicking. Let's see the next one. Now, you can clearly see it's not an Xbox One or Series X game. I've been saying ever since they got announced, don't expect like GTA 5's graphics. It's very clearly an old game. But it is improved. And bear in mind, this is a picture of GTA 3. So that's the oldest one out of them all. That was, 2000, 2001? Games from that era generally do not look nice at all on a big HD TV. So this actually looks good enough to me. A pretty big improvement. And here we have one in Vice City. Now, well, The colors are very, very vibrant, very saturated. But it's about what you'd expect, but it was quite a colorful one, this one. I'm trying to think of stuff to say, but to be honest, I'm not really a graphics tech kind of YouTuber. If you want to get a really detailed analysis, you're going to have to look to someone else for that. What I can say is that there's clearly much more in the way of reflections, in the way of lighting. There's a lot more detail. It's a lot sharper. It passes the bar more than enough for me. The characters look a little bit cartoony, but that's kind of to be expected because they're working with... they're not exactly working with ultra detailed models and things. I'll play it one more time and I'll talk a little bit more.
I got a little job for you, pal.
Hold on, I want to rewind. Here's one thing I didn't notice at first. If you look at that bush, it sounds like a really, lame thing, like over grass, but the way the light comes through it, you could see so much more details than the original. And I'll keep on. Just moving
I got a little job.
Again, the characters, they do look, and his head's kind of shiny, he kind of looks plasticky, rubbery, very cartoony, but it wasn't an ultra realistic game. This is, very old game you're looking at.
You pal.
And you can see the light on that sign there bouncing off. It sort of shows the lights a lot better.
They mess with me, they mess with the biggest boy in town.
Also, look out for the reflections.
I'm glad to see things back the way they used to be.
There's a good example of them right there.
Put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh?
Oh, yeah! And if he's ratting us out, kill him. It's easy. Haven't you ever seen a movie?
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Shut up, Carl!
Alright, it's clearly a pretty... Oh, I don't want to get copyright struck. Right. Alright. It's clearly a pretty big improvement. It's, it's not going to look like an Xbox One game, but it's improved a lot from the original. There's some other tweets they made, though, but I want to look at, because there was a thing or two that I don't know if anyone's picked up on yet, but I noticed, and I want to have a look at. Alright, coming November 11th for PS5, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Alright, that wasn't really what I was looking for. Here it is. I want to zoom in. Hold on a minute. Bringing the classic worlds of Liberty City, Vice City, and San Andreas to modern platforms. Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Bad name, it doesn't really roll off a tongue. There was new GTA 5 inspired controls. Now that we had already heard of. So that's not what I was looking for, but I may as well quickly talk about that. So it's probably going to have controls like GTA 5. I don't know if that will mean that the same kind of targeting system, like headshots like you get in GTA 5, but we'll see. Anyway, across the board visual enhancements, you've already seen them, and much more to improve upon all three games. Okay, that wasn't the one I was looking for either. There was one with something that really stood out to me. This is it. Experience for games that started it all, introducing unprecedented freedom and immersion through free living, breathing worlds filled with hilarious action, rich cinematic storytelling, classic characters. Now, here's a big one. And unforgettable music. Now, a lot of people were kind of concerned, myself included, that they would just cut out a lot of the music. That might sound like, well, why would they do that? But these are old games, about 20 years old. Copyright issues could get in the way there. They've already had to remove a few songs from GTA 5. Now, I could be grasping at straws here, but my feeling is that if they're going to make a big point of saying, oh, the unforgettable music, surely they're not just going to cut half of it out. I suppose it's kind of speculation on my end, but would they really say that if it was, if they were going to butcher it? I don't think they're going to say unforgettable music and then just swap it for a lot of different stuff. I could be wrong, but that's just my feeling. That's about it. Oh, but there's one more thing. Probably the most important thing, actually, is the price. The price here in the UK is £55. That, I'm going to be honest, I don't like that price point. That's about as much as a normal game. 55, it's just... I suppose if you split it into 3, because you are getting 3 games, then it doesn't look so nasty, but still, just the idea of paying 55 for all of them is a bit... And that leads me to the next point. Will I get it? Honestly, I am quite tempted by the way they've said, oh, it's got the music, it's got GTA 5 controls. It is quite tempting, and it does look like they've made a big improvement. And to be honest, my bar really was just set as low as make it match the original. Because I've got loads of HD remastered games that are basically just the same things as the original. That's, I just like being able to play these old games on my new machine. I don't like that price much, though. I think that I might wait until they're on offer. I would like to do playthroughs of these new versions, so my thinking is I would advise people to probably just wait until these are on offer, or at least, wait and see what happens. For me, it's a little bit different because I do get to upload a whole playthrough, and they'd probably pay for themselves in ad revenue from the videos. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, though, I would almost definitely wait until it's on offer, because 55 is quite a lot. Other than that, I would say it surpasses what I thought it was going to do, because I thought it would just be, at best sort of matching the original. I know it's a very low bar, but, well, look at what the GTA 5 trailer there did. But yeah, it surpasses that. It's a bit expensive. I'm also hoping they don't cave too much to the complaints about, the RC helicopter mission in Vice City or any of the other stuff. I don't want them to make it really easy or too forgiving. Modernize the controls a bit, but that's it, really. It'd be nice flying the Hunter again in Vice City and San Andreas. Anyway, there's not much left to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Also, for my subscribers, you might notice I'm using a different mic. So let me know what you think of the quality on that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. Is there anything else today? I might upload a few UFO sightings, that kind of thing. Nothing really special. Oh, Ace Combat is later today. And I got to stop yapping on now. I'll see you next time.